We're going to do something completely different tonight. Fuck the algorithm. Fuck the thumbnail. Fuck the title. Fuck the hooks. It's all about the hooks. I got to hook you so you keep watching. I'm just finally losing it here. All day I'm looking at my YouTube studio, like worried about the analytics and looking at, oh man, people clicked off after 30 seconds on that video, and wow, this got to 3,300 people. How come nobody clicked on it? I'm just getting in my own head over here, and I'm like, this isn't going to be. Not everything is for everybody, right? And you got a channel here with a 45-year-old white male who's been through 3 heart surgeries and a pacemaker. I had to remind myself, this is going to help people. I know it will. It's in my heart. God told me to do this and to share my story and my jokes in the hopes I could make other people feel good who are having any kind of trouble, health, mental, emotional, anything. So I got away from that. All of a sudden I became like, it's like I'm a network ratings. It's like I'm a sitcom or something, and I'm looking at the ratings. Like, I had to remind myself, like, Jay, man, what are you doing? I came on this whole YouTube. The first reason I came on YouTube was to do the obvious for me, a guitar channel. And I'm not knocking guitar channels at all, but it just wasn't clicking at first. I mean, it was. I had some people that actually enjoy it. But I've been teaching guitar for like 30 years. And it's the obvious thing for me to do. And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I still may do a second channel one day with the guitar, but I knew when I was doing those videos, I wasn't getting the fulfillment, and I felt like I was missing the point of why I wanted to do this, show the world me and share, put myself way out there. Look, I'm jumping around. I'm all nervous. Still getting used to it. But I realized, come on, man. It's not about that. It's about being you, letting it fly, and let God and let the world, let the universe, let the algorithm, let the whatever. You can't control those things. I mean, you can to a point. But it's not like I set out to be this entertainer and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to try to do this kind of angle and this kind of thing and make it look like that. Like, that's not what this channel is about, And I'm sitting here tonight and I'm trying to get my hair all perfect and ready, and I'm driving. I suck the fun out of it. And this is so much fun. It actually took a couple days, and I have a video that's finished, and I kicked that around because I was getting too hard on myself. I said, who's going to watch this? Or, you doubt yourself. Is this any good? And I'm sure it's just, I was going to say it's the artist in me, a musician, but it's just the human in me. We're all human. It's so easy to get in this damn head. So easy. But if you can turn it around and get in your head the good way, then that's what I did today. I said, all right, make a video that, even if you just watch it, just make a video for you. That's what I'm doing. I put on my favorite Kurt Rambis t-shirt. See that? Got my favorite Kurt Rambis shirt on. I have some of my favorite, you can call me a man boy, I don't care. I know I'm not. But I do have a couple reminders from my childhood. I got my Commando and Hulk Hogan, as well as all my junk up there. I have my favorite guitar of all time, my Stevie Ray Vaughan Fender Stratocaster, given to me from my dad, by my dad. Amazing. I got that here, right? I got all my favorites. I don't have coffee because I'm coffeeed up enough, man. I don't need any more coffee. So I just said, you know what, Jay, just roll tape and just talk, and talk about how ridiculous the algorithm is and the wording of the titles, and how my in my shocked face, my old, in this, I don't know if I'm gonna even do that anymore. I mean, I'm trying to get people to click, but they're not clicking. Maybe that's why. Maybe they could feel that and trying to be a little, something maybe I'm not. There's always a comfort adjustment period, no matter what you're doing. Very few times in life you're going to jump into a job or jump into a relationship where everything's just perfect. You got to work at things. Now, if you find that magic, I don't got to tell you. I mean, hang on to that for grim. Hold on to that for dear life, whatever it is. If it's a relationship, a job, a band, a guitar, you find one that you instantly connect with. That's something special. But it's not. Life isn't going to always be perfect connections, and when you're out, like I'm doing this channel because I know how terrified I was when I was going through my heart surgeries. I know how terrified I was when I was going through my divorce. I know how terrified people are just everyday life. And sometimes you just need, for whatever reason, someone that connects with you. You know, just someone that you click on and you're like, oh man, this guy's funny. We all have people like that. We know people like that. And now some of us are more fortunate to be more social than others, which is the beauty of YouTube, because it gets more people in front of more people. So those who may be sheltered or a little shy in life and they don't want to reach out to that, maybe some of the people around them, coworkers, friends, relatives, all that, I might be the guy that they connect to. That's really cool to me. That's like really, really amazing. It's better than like playing a great guitar solo or, you know, it's just, that's what life is about. It's about helping people, connecting and having fun and letting it breathe and not worrying about algorithms and, keywords. And I'm not saying to not worry about it. I'm always going to look at analytics because I want to make sure that, I can do the best I can, at least do my, what do they call that? My due diligence. And at least give my all, But there was a point, like I'd say the last week, 10 days, I'm looking at that YouTube studio nonstop. Change the title. No one's watching. Okay, change the thumbnail. Well, I got a couple people. Then the next video. And I only got probably 15 videos because I realized one of them had like 3,000 impressions. That means 3,000 people could have come across the one video, and only like 18 people clicked on it. So it's hard to think, wow, 3,000 people, so what, 2,988 people? 92 people? You know what I'm saying? Didn't like me? No. They just maybe didn't click or didn't connect, or what if it was all older women, or if it was all younger women, or half and half, then they're not going to connect to 45-year-old pacemaker Jay with a Kurt Rambis shirt on, now will they? So you got to put things in perspective, So that's why I said today, let's put the camera on. Let's not worry about the algorithm. I'm going to do a little bit of playing here. So if you stuck around this long, I haven't decided if I'm going to do a bump in with some guitar playing. That's an intro for the in YouTube world. I don't know. I just call it a bump in. So I might do an intro in with some playing. I might do some at the end. We'll see. But it's up to what I want to do. And if nobody watches this, nobody watches it. And if you are one of my subscribers, and I want to thank all 11 of you, especially the last few, because I've been feeling down, man. And it was nice to see the next day that number go up 1. I was jumping for joy. I was actually screaming in the living room. I was doing my Ric Flair woo. So thank you so much. So, if one of you is watching saying, oh man, I don't know if I should have subbed to this guy, maybe I'll unsub. That's okay too. I understand. Not everything's for everybody. Not every video is for everybody. But I'm trying to grow a community where when you see my face, you know what you're going to get. And if you need it, you can click on it and get it. It's a brand. I'm the guy with the pacemaker. I'm the guy with the pacemaker, the wacky basketball shirts and wacky crazy shirts, all the basketball stuff, the guitars, the Hulk Hogan in the background. And then after watching my content, you can know what I discuss, which has pretty much been how to navigate through this life and not get in your own head. That's pretty much my whole MO, is getting out of your own head and getting in your head the right way, like with the right habits. Like everything's habit based. Everything we do, you heard it, creatures of habit, blah, blah, blah. Humans are habit forming creatures. So just form good habits. That's what I realized a few years ago. I'm like, man, I'm drinking every day. I'm smoking weed every day. I'm eating bad shit every day. And I always kept using the excuse, oh, I'm young, I can do it. I'm young, I can do it. But when you say it and then you turn 30, you're like, nah, I could still do it. I'm young enough. Then you turn 35, that little voice in the back of your head starts getting louder. I don't know, man. You've been going hard for 10, 15 years, Jay. Maybe you can't, and you keep shrugging it off. But after you've been through some trauma and you realize this one life is so valuable and it is a test, and it doesn't matter if you have 20 platinum albums or if no one has ever heard you play an instrument. It doesn't matter if you've amassed a a fortune of $200 million in your life or barely scrape by, it's not what you're judged by. You can believe what you want. You can, it's still good to have goals. Ain't no such thing as too much money. Trust me, I can give it to some of you guys out there. I'll spread it around. That's a great problem. But if that's your sole focus in life, then you're going to be sorely surprised when this thing is all over, because you might have to come back and do it again. That's why I think a lot of us had to come back and do it again. Now I know I'm way off in the I'm way off in the weeds, but that's what I wanted to do tonight. I was so uptight, and even now I'm like worried about: am I rambling? Is my hair falling in front of my face? Do I look tired? Like I was going to say, who gives a shit? But those are irrelevant details. And if the message is great, if the community is great, if it's me and you having this connection through the comment section, and please leave a comment. So I'll leave you with this. This is what's been kind of going on in my head. I've been watching, Rachel and I have been watching a lot of these near-death experience videos lately. And I got to be honest, I got to stop because I have a surgery at the end of this month and it's starting to get in my head. I have to have a pacemaker redone end of this month, but they have to put new wiring in, so I have to be knocked out, and I got to get in there. And yeah, it's very routine, but I think I'm gonna have to lay off of the near-death experience YouTube videos for a while. So anyway, we've been watching these NDE, near-death experience videos, and they're all so it's funny how different people describe things, but they're all describing the same thing. You can tell. The wording's different. Somebody will mention it like it's just like a black emptiness that's even, and somebody will say it's like a silk velvety, just pitch black, but notice these same things. And one of the same themes that always happens on every single one of these, it freaks me out, but it's cool. But they said that you can't mess, and I think this is a broad statement because it's an open-ended statement, but they say you can't mess this up. They all come back from the other side, and all these people, you have a 22-year-old black gentleman, you'd have a 81-year-old white woman, and everything in between, like all kinds of people, all different ages, races, you name it. And they all said the same thing. They said, you can't mess this life up. Like, it's not about, oh, I didn't do this right. It's about the journey. And I don't even know, I'm kind of lost for my words here, but I understand what they mean. Like, you can't mess this up. The creator is not going to judge you on your platinum albums, on your NBA championships, on your bank account statements and your investments. That's all human. That's human to human stuff. You know what I mean? Other humans get impressed by that. The creator created it all. No matter what you amassed, he's going to laugh. He has it all. What are you going to, your actions are what you will be judged by. This test, you are judged by how you treat people, not how much money you make. So at the end of the day, I'm like, Jay, this is your message. Like, I always say, humans are here not to watch. And trust me, I love my Fender Strat. I love Eddie Van Halen, Hulk Hogan, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. I love my earthly stuff too. But I understand now that I'm older, we weren't born and plopped on this earth and created to love and watch basketball. If you were born 200 years ago or 300 years ago, you wouldn't have it. So we're not here to win championships. We're not here to play football. We're not here to do any of this stuff. I believe we're here to love each other regardless of our differences. As hard as it may be, love each other, teach our children how to love, procreate, teach our children how to love. And then when we pass on, they can keep the cycle going. It's the only reason why we're here. Now have fun, watch your basketball games, play your guitars, have your sex, drink your beer, smoke your weed, do all that stuff. But just do it with have a heart. That's all I'm saying. Have a heart. And don't worry about algorithms or hair or how fancy your clothes are or what your car looks like. The only thing that matters is where your heart is. That's it. Where your heart is. And you will never go out of style. You will never feel alone. And you will have completed, I believe, your job here. And you will have passed the test of life. Now, guys, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. We drive ourselves nuts with this thing up here. So let's come and unite here. I know I've said it in the past. I'm really striving for daily content. So bear with me. Keep checking back. If you're enjoying this, please consider subscribing. And to all you who have, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you. So have a great Saturday night. I'll be back with some more real soon. Love you.